All right, cool. So we are now recording, but then you change anything. So, all right. So I am here with a good friend of mine, former athlete, hopefully current athlete as time goes on as well. But the 182nd pick in the MLB Draft and current Milwaukee Brewer, my boy Cooper Pratt. What's up, man? It's good to see you. It's been a minute. I hadn't seen you since. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just bugged out.
I got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. It's on. It'll all catch up. So, but
Yeah.
man, it's been a minute. Shoot, honestly, I don't think I've seen you since right before the draft.
Yeah, it has been a minute. I've been out here for what feels like ever,
Yeah.
but I realize it's only been about four or 5 months, but it feels like
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah. Well, you had for those of you who don't know, Cooper and I, let's see, we've worked together for, I don't know, probably about what, a year now?
Yeah, I
That's
think
it?
I came my end of my junior or
Yeah.
going into senior year.
Yeah, I think coming into your
Off-season,
senior year. Yeah.
and me and Hudson Maddox came together.
Yeah, you and Hudson. Yeah, how is Hudson? I hadn't talked to him. Is he doing good?
Yeah, I think he just started throwing again. He's been
Yeah.
like arm soreness or something, and he just started throwing. But I think he's doing pretty good.
Oh, really? Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I need to connect with him. They got a good class down there now. I mean, and they got another good one coming in too.
They do.
So,
They do.
yeah, Ole Miss, they're stacked. So, but yeah. So let's for people who don't know, like, let's just kind of talk about like how we connected and how that started. So let's see, we got together right at the end of your junior year, and like if I talk about you, like I always tell people like you were Cooper Pratt before you came to me. Like I didn't make you Cooper Pratt. Like you were already like super well respected and on people's board. I'd like to think it made you a little bit better, but like you were already Cooper Pratt, right? So like what the things that we did and stuff, like I don't know, just how did that help improve your game? Like how'd it go going into fall ball and all that stuff, and then coming into your senior year?
My mobility increased a ton, like my lateral and forward. And like when I got there and you showed me like how I was running and like my movements, and then I saw like how like wrong they were kind of. And then I started looking ever since I've been doing ELP, all I can think about is like high inside ankle bone, like bow leg, like corner phase, and I think about it when I work out still. Like when I look at like athletes like doing stuff now, like all I can think about is when I look. That's all I look for.
Yeah, it's like once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's
like
always
running,
there.
pitching, hitting, like everything. But before I came to ELP, like I was trying to get more mobile, more like faster, like more. I don't really know. Like I was really like immobile. Like everything didn't work together. Like and my body just wasn't moving right. Like I was still trying. I was in the point where I needed to get stronger and I needed to get more mobile, and it definitely helped a lot because like after about the third or fourth month, my dad pointed it out when we were taking ground balls. I was getting the balls that I I I want to say that I've been getting to, but he pointed out how like my first step was better, my lateral range was better. I was able to get to those balls that were just like a little farther in the hole, like turning and rotating. It was just the mobility side for me. It was drastic, like because I'm not my hip mobility, like everything wasn't like great, but it definitely improved, and it's still not like elite, like because I'm still kind of inflexible, but I work on it. But it was a big help for sure. And now like when I still do my workouts, I still think about it. Like when we're doing lunges, the high inside ankle bone on the ball of your feet, like heel up, kind of like hovering.
Yeah.
And like I can't stop thinking about it when I do it. And then when people tell me like to like when I do it like to point my feet up, I just think like yeah, I don't know about that. I'll just keep doing it my way.
Yeah, see, it makes you think now, like, because you've experienced a lot. And for those of people that don't know, he's referring to a lot of the GOTA work that we do. We've worked with GOTA for a long time, but I've taken a lot of GOTA stuff and blended it with a lot of other things that we do. But that's kind of the main reference. But like, see, it really makes you think now. Like, you have those two engines, like lifting engine, movement engine, and it's like, what is this exercise actually doing for me if it's flipping me back into this like reverse engine? Like your brain starts to operate that way. At least mine does. But how did it? How did our training, I guess, differ from what you had done in the past?
Before I was just doing like the main lifts, nothing like I was kind of just lifting on my own, like squat,
Mm-hmm.
lunges, like just doing it because that's what everyone does. Like when you want to get bigger, you squat, you do lunges and stuff. But and when I came to ELP, like it was so much like different stuff that just were different body parts. Like yeah, the squat works like your quads and stuff, and then there was just like other lifts that work like tiny muscles that you don't really think of, kind of like Pilates. Like you work muscles that you don't really think of, but they
Yeah.
help drastically. But like there was some workouts that I do that, I mean, I just looked up workouts online basically, and upper body was like the same four things, like bench, dumbbell bench, uh, curls, and forearms, like
Mm-hmm.
every Monday and Thursday. And like after I started going TLP and we did the whiteboard, I
Yeah.
I, I liked the whiteboard a lot, and that got me more mobile too. Just like the bottom of my feet, like my feet don't go down at all. Well, at least before I got there, like they don't. They're really inflexible. Like if I were to do like child's pose and like sit all the way back, I could barely go back. But like by the end of it, I felt like I could move my feet more. They were like I don't really know how to explain it, but
Oh, you're doing a good job, man.
I'm really bad with explaining like body stuff. But
Well,
but
you're better. You're better than me. I mean, you've worked out with me for a year. You know that. I'm not super great about explaining everything either. So
well, I just kind of
just
like
taking
I
after
got
me.
in there. Like if I didn't know what I was doing, I just ask and then try
Yeah.
not to ask again unless I had to ask. But I mean, I just didn't want to be that guy. But
Yeah.
it it was good.
Nah,
It
man.
was
You were awesome. It was. You always took everything I told you and applied it and asked good questions too. Like, I always tell people there's no such thing as stupid questions, but there absolutely is. There
yeah.
absolutely
I
is
know
such thing
they
as
always
stupid
say it, and
questions.
then you ask and they just look at you like you're stupid.
But no, so we you were already. I mean, you were already very, very athletic and very fluid in your movements, and I really feel like the work we did just really took that. I mean, no pun intended, literally to the professional type of level. I mean, you were already moving fluidly like a good fluid high school guy, but once we got your body in sync, your natural ability just took over and skyrocketed. Then you start moving, like a pro. And I mean, clearly that's I think what a lot of people saw. You know,
Yeah.
you know, and then we didn't really do a whole. I mean, we blend a little bit of classic lifting and things like that, like to keep your strength up. Like, did you like real talk? I mean, did you think that we did a good job of keeping your strength there while still working on all the athleticism, or do you think we could have increased that a little bit more?
Uh, I liked it. I liked the main lifts, and then there was a bunch of stuff that went with it. Like you do the bench, and then you'd have like a bunch of lifts that went with the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot, and it kind of hit those muscles like a little more than just doing like 5 sets of bench.
Yeah.
You could hit like, that 20 sets of bench, like how that one place does. But like 5 sets of bench, and then you did like other workouts that like went went more with it
Yeah.
that you don't usually see. Like when I first got there, there were so many like different lifts and workouts that I've never seen before, and it was challenging, but it wasn't like impossible to do, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like overwhelming. Like when you do 10 sets of squats and your body feels like it's about to pass out,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad. But when we would do like squats and then we do it like those stinking ISO
Oh yeah.
holds, those were bad,
Yes.
but I felt it. I felt it when we left, like could barely walk, but the next day, like it's a good workout when you can barely walk down the stairs. But
Well, if you ever get back out here, you'll be doing ISOs. Don't worry, it doesn't change, and it doesn't get easier.
yeah, I know. Quincy
You
and
know,
Jet tell me about it.
do what
The
now?
first time they did ISOs, they texted me, "Hey, did you do ISOs when you were here?" I was like, "Yeah, the first time."
Yeah, yeah. I think the first day you were in, like, I was in a really bad mood too. I think like the first day you came in.
No, the first
Uh,
day we came in, you asked, shoot, I don't know why I'm brain fart. I don't know if it was Trent, Owen Geiger. You're like, "Hey, how many
yeah,
minutes should they do?" And he goes 6, and I was like, 6 minutes. I
that's
didn't know
right.
what it was for, and then like the first thing we did was the stinking ISO lunge holds. It
Yeah,
was brutal.
that's right, man. I had big hot shot, hot shot high school guy coming in. I had to keep your ego in check, bro. You know that.
Me
But
and Hudson were both there, like, dude, oh my god.
yeah. All right. Well, I think another cool thing too was you went through the season without any injuries, nothing. Like you were perfectly healthy.
Yeah,
Like the fact that you felt good, didn't have any trouble with anything. I think that speaks volumes to some of the work you did too.
yeah. The only problems I had during the season were like sicknesses. Like I was sick half the season, but I still
Yeah.
played. Like I had the, I think I had like the flu. I had a sty in my eye where I couldn't open my left eye. I had to like before every pitch like open it up and like
Oh,
hold it. But yeah, there was no injuries my senior year. I still have yet to get an injury, but I had no fingers crossed.
yeah. I'd say knock on wood there.
Yeah,
Hopefully you didn't jinx yourself. So, but yeah, cool. All right. So, kind of the big news that has come out now is ELP to the farm
oh yeah.
in Oxford. So, yeah. What are your expectations with that, man?
Uh, I think it would be good. There's a big population of Yalobusha Giants slash BPA, and there's a lot of people in Oxford that are looking for this kind of thing. And it would be awesome to have at the farm just because of all the things that are there, like the fields, the facilities. There's already a weight room there, and there's a bunch of guys that just want to get better. But I think for sure, like it would be a big upgrade to Oxford, 100%. We don't
Yeah.
really have anything like that in Oxford.
Yeah, it's an incredible spot. We're really looking forward to this opportunity and helping all of the athletes and teams in BPA down there. It's really exciting. What I guess if you could give everybody down there maybe a little insight into what what we do or what to expect or how to approach it. Let's see. That's a long-winded question. Let's take it a step back. If you could give some of these, you know, kids that look up to you, high school guys that look up to you, college crew that looks up to you and wants to see, get to the spot that you're at, coming into something like ELP, real talk. Like what advice would you give them on how to approach that?
Like Oxford kids or just everyone?
Well, specifically Oxford, I guess, but everybody too.
Uh,
You know.
well, I mean, you got to try something new every once in a while. You always got those people who are just do the basic, like what I used to do, like front squat, back squat, like the basic. And there's always something that is a little different that's good or if not better for you. And this is one of those things that's like really good for your body, and it won't affect you. Like, I mean, it'll affect you like your game drastically, but it's not going to affect you like it's not going to do anything bad for you. It can only improve what you're already doing.
Yeah. Yeah. You made the statement about trying something new, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's a really good point, and I want to touch on like to our area, it is new, but
Yeah,
like that's our mission at ELP is to change the way that things are done in the Mid South by bringing in all these other approaches and technologies and ideas and principles that are all across the country. They're just not here. And we've taken all that and blended it into kind of one system. So, and it's like now that you're out of the area, and I think in Phoenix now, and they're one of my biggest mentors is out in Arizona. There's a lot of, I imagine there's probably a lot of similarities with things that we do, or bits and pieces of the ELP system that you see out there now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think here in the Mid-South, Oxford area, we're trying to help build that up and build our area up to the level of the major markets across the country. And so I think for people it will be new, but in reality, it's everywhere else.
Yeah, we do some workout, like in our workouts, we have some stuff that's like very, very similar to
Mm-hmm.
like the go-to training that I did at ELP. And then I think like, oh, I've done these before. Like this is nothing new. And some of the other guys are like, oh, what is this? And they say it. I'm like, dude, I already know what we're doing. But yeah, it's definitely like you see it more out here than I did in Mississippi, or like pieces of it out here. But you don't really see a lot of it in Mississippi for sure, or the South, at least not that I know of.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean we're probably the only ones, but yeah, well, man, I appreciate you just taking a few minutes to connect and and kind of share with people what your experiences were and how to get involved and how to get the process rolling. And I think with anything else, just trust the process. You did. Now it's my job to make sure that you understood and bought in, but you trusted the process and it paid
Yeah,
off.
for sure.
You
And I'm
know.
still in that like development age where I can still get so much better.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for next year to start the season and to see like how I like compare to some of these other guys.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're going to step up. That's what you always do, Mr. Overrated.
Yeah.
I still see that video clip every once in a while, man. That was just a tank that you hit.
Uh, yeah. I didn't really think it was going over until like I saw it in the air and I was like, oh,
Gone.
let's go.
Cool. Well, man, it was good to connect with you again, and yeah, I know we'll stay in touch, throughout the off season and stuff. And I appreciate you coming on and saying a few things, and helping us get this word out and helping us on this mission. Because it's a collective effort for all of us, and we're going to turn Oxford into the Mecca. And I appreciate you helping.
Dude, I'm all for it.
Yeah. All right, bro. I appreciate the time, man.
Ain't no
So, all
problem.
right, brother. I will talk to you here soon. All right.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
See ya.